going to supply column after column of every vegetable, every kind of delicious food, chicken noodles.
The year is 1977, and the man in the sunglasses is an American self-styled pastor by the name of Jim Jones. He's showing off his new base in the South American country of Guyana, the new home for his so-called People's Temple.
We have medical manuals, even how we could do surgery if we had to, if the civilizations we know it now began to crumble.
That's their lovely little house, and it's so darling inside. Maybe we can
in these promotional films designed to recruit followers, Jim Jones portrays his temple as a religious paradise. He believed the world was on the brink of nuclear war, and that only by relocating to what he dubbed Jonestown could his followers survive and create a new Garden of Eden.
Do you want to go back to the States, Kevin?
Oh, can't get you to go back? What about you, Vincent? You've only been here a day. How do you feel about it?
No, I wouldn't want to go back.
But behind the smiles were awful allegations of abuse, kidnapping, rape and sexual assault by Jim Jones and his top lieutenants. And when a congressman from California flew to the Jonestown airstrip in Guyana to investigate, his murder by cultists was captured on grainy film.
What you're about to see almost defies description, and some of you may not want to watch it. This is picture number 1.
The response, the murder-suicide of more than 900 cultists, 1/3 of them children. Convinced his temple would soon be raided by US forces, Jim Jones ordered them to drink Kool-Aid laced with cyanide, and stunningly, they obeyed.
Lay down your life with dignity. Don't lay down with tears and agony. Don't be this way. Stop this hysterics. Children, it's just something to put you to rest. Oh, God.
The US will mark the 40th anniversary of the Jonestown massacre next month, but it's by no means the only moment in American history when people have freely entered a religious compound and then been unable to summon the fortitude to escape.
Hey, the president should come and talk to me a little bit instead of going over to the Vatican.
David Koresh led the Branch Davidians, a religious cult that set up shop in what he called Mount Carmel in Waco, Texas.
Alan, what do we know is the latest?
Well, I'll tell you what, Dave, what we know is that it's dark outside that compound and that there is no official word as to what is going on inside.
What was going on inside was a 51-day siege in 1993, again amid allegations of abuse. Koresh was accused of raping followers as young as 12 and fathering more than a dozen children. In a series of events that remain deeply controversial, President Bill Clinton's government authorized an attack on the heavily armed compound. David Koresh and more than 70 of his followers died.
This is March 19, 1997.
Just a few years later, in California in 1997, Marshall Applewhite, the leader of the Heaven's Gate cult, made prospective members an offer many found they couldn't refuse.
This is your chance. I'm here. I can take you out of here.
He believed he was an extraterrestrial who could take his followers to a spaceship that was chasing a comet and then on to what he called the next level.
What we're about to do is certainly nothing to think negatively about. We're all choosing of our own free will, go to the next level.
38 people joined him on his suicide mission, men and women who could simply have walked away, choosing instead to kill themselves using apple sauce laced with poison. This is Simon Marks reporting.